what I've got.
Ah, yeah, that's right.
So everybody else, should I go get going? I don't know.
No, we still have. Why do we have Deborah Kropp here?
Yeah, Deborah, what's Deborah doing here? Ask to unmute.
No, I'm going to send her to room 2.
Okay,
Or you can.
I can do that.
Yeah, please do that.
I
And
think.
Oh,
Can
I
That's
need
weird.
to.
It says not. Oh wait. Okay.
Deborah Kropp, aren't you in Jack Trip?
I don't know how you ended back here. I'm moving you to sound check 2.
My sound input is 80.
No. You're back in the main room. I'm going to move you to sound check 2. Okay.
Oh,
You did sound check 1, right?
yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Okay, I guess it's okay. I'm here.
Whose voice was that?
Okay.
So it's 6:57. So I need to. I don't see myself. I'll just put myself in. Let's see, where am I?
I'm too late. If I'm too late, I'll just go by Zoom.
Yeah. Well, we've got a clog
A
in the
lot of
system
people.
anyway. Ken, you've got your equipment ready? Otherwise,
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to send you to sound check room. It's a little backed up, but that's how it goes. We'll see what happens. Go with the flow if you can.
Here I am. Christian, why am I not in unassigned?
You are. You want to go to sound check 1?
When you think I should?
Sure, I'll do that now.
Okay, bye.
on Zoom.
Oh yes, we leave breakout room now, right?
Hello?
Should I close the rooms for the
Yeah.
breakout rooms so everybody can just get back together?
Sure.
Okay. Give us a minute, everybody. We're going to start rehearsal in just a second. The breakout rooms are coming back. One by one. They come. Okay, well, welcome everybody. This is Monday, of course, I believe the last week of April, which is a little bit ludicrous to me. I don't know how that's going to happen, but we are in our last 3 weeks of BCCO. We will be having summer sessions, and there will be more information about that, but we do close out this semester in the next couple of weeks, and we will have actually only 2 weeks left with the Charlotte Bray and the Daniel Alder, the music that we've been working on, because the last rehearsal that we'll have of the year will be more of an overview and looking back and having some fun, doing some games, and also, of course, singing through the 6 works that we have been focusing on this semester. So today we are going to be diving into the Bray and the Elder a bit more in sectionals, of course, with our Jack Trip and Zoom participants, whatnot. But what we're going to do first is start with a warm-up and then dive into the Elder, sectionals, break, sectionals, and then we'll finish with the Bray. So, warming up. I'm going to lead the warm-up today, but if you can get to a place where you have enough room to stand up. So it sounds like my sound is a little soft. I haven't seen that yet, but let me try to make
Ming,
my volume.
I just turned you up, Ming.
Okay, great. Okay, so get to a place where you can physically stand up if you can. I'm not going to stand because the mic is here. And what we want to do is I want you to really get your feet shoulder width apart, and I want you to rock side to side, side to side, and then feel where the center is, and then raise yourself on your toes and come back down a little bit. And the same thing always. We want to always think about posture because our bodies are our instruments, and you want to make sure that your body, your instrument, is ready to perform. So why don't we twist at the waist a little bit, back and forth. And honestly, unless you do a lot of physical work, the core is not as utilized as we want it to be. And so we want to make sure we start thinking about that. And then I want you to roll your shoulders around. Get your shoulders nice and loose. I significantly hurt my shoulders the other week. Lifting up the kids. Laurel is 17 months old, and she likes to be tossed in the air like all little babies do. But then Violet, who is 10 years old, decided she wanted to be tossed in the air. And it was fine for once, and then the next morning I couldn't get out of bed. So in any case, make sure your shoulders are loose, and remember that shoulders only can get in the way of our vocal production by crimping down, either by slouching or by overextending our shoulders. So we want to make sure that they're loose and separated from the rib cage. If you have a diagram of a skeleton, the shoulders, shoulder blades all float on top of the rib cage. They can weigh it down, but they shouldn't. We should try not to let them affect us. And finally, if you can, move around your neck a little bit. And the same thing. We want to not to be in tension, but engage our muscles intentionally. And so sometimes they're active and sometimes they're relaxed, but they're never tight. And so that goes for your neck and your throat. And then finally open your jaw and really get it nice and dropped. Feel the full range because, as always, we open our mouths only maybe 15% of its full stretching capacity. And when we sing, we want to actually use full range of what we have available to us. So opening your mouth should trigger some of you to yawn, and that's a perfectly wonderful thing to do. really get the yawn, really stretches our soft palate, gets it out of the way, because again, the metaphor I always use is it's like a rug over a piano. And by lifting the rug, lifting the soft palate, you let your voice have more ring to it, more volume. And when you yawn, you naturally bring that soft palate out of the way so your body can get as much air as possible. Now, our bodies are a little bit more awake, a little bit more aware. Let's start focusing on the muscles that are within our structure. I want you to take a nice breath in and sigh on ooh. And yeah, that's great. And again, same thing, thinking about the soft palate. This time I want you to take a quick breath in, and I want you to feel that inner tube all around you, not just a breath in front, not just on the sides, but also in the back in 360 degrees. We're going to do a quick inhalation in and deep, and then we're going to blow out on lip trill or S. So whatever is easier for me. Lip trills are easier for me. Some people think S is better. Either one. Here we go. One, we'll do, I'll tell you when to breathe. 1, 2, 3, breathe, and out. Or whatever you want to do is perfectly fine. Feel the muscles, though. This is more for the muscles to feel like you're controlling airflow. Good. Let's do it again. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, breathe. Try to keep consistent airflow. Nice, consistent airflow. Okay? Now, we're going to do the same thing, but this time we're just going to hum. And you can hum whatever you want, but I want it to be in mid-range or high range. So not but or even very high. But what we want to do is take a breath in and then have the longest hum you can and make it nice and consistent and even. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, breathe. It's really funny when nobody knows what pitch to do, so they just it's like little bees flying around all over the place. That's great. And then we're going to do lip trills. So fa mi re do, but and I want you to keep that lip trill engaged, keep your voice engaged for the entirety of the long note. And really keep the last note engaged and long. Okay, here we go. And breath. And hold. Breath. Breath. And hold. Breath. 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 Good. Let's do another sigh on ooh. That's great. And then we're going to do the same one. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. But I want you to focus this time not only on the breath, not only in sustaining that long note at the end, but also making sure the vowels are very clean. So one step at a time. First we focus on the breath, then we focus on support and sustain, and now we're going to also add our vowels. Here we go. End. Sorry, that's my fault. We did the wrong exercise. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu, and Now what I want want you to do is I want you to use the M to connect it. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. What I hear is we lose some of our support in between the vowels. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. It seems to break up. I want you to keep it nice and smooth. Okay? So what I want to do is to make sure that we take a nice breath in, but also I can see your posture. Some of you have your hands behind your back. Some of you have your hands by in the front of you. You want them really by your sides because they will pull your shoulders in certain directions and get you off. Okay, let's do that exercise again. And excellent, much better. Nice. Much better. Nice, really, really nice. Much better vowels, much better presence, much better posture too. Now we're going to do something to lighten up and get our vocal range extended too. But let's take a sigh on oo first, and here we go. And that's great. Now what I want you to do is I want you to focus a little less on breathe in, hold, but rather go, ooh. So make it a more even transition. Here we go. And that's great. Now we're going to go, ya. What I want you to do is focus on the support that you have, but making it buoyant and bouncy and supportive, just like a trampoline. Trampoline never sort of degrades or disappears. The support is always there, but it has a springiness and a bounciness that's not but not too heavy, but it has nice bounce and buoyancy to it. Here we go. Ready? And nice breath in before it. Use the sigh. Ya. Last couple. One more. Last one. Nicely done. Nicely done. Okay, great. Let's go take out the elder, and we are going to work backwards. Now, this is a beautifully written piece, as we've talked about before. And we've talked about the difficulty of speaking in English while we sing because we know the words a lot. And what we want to do is I want you to turn to the last page. And my favorite part about this is it's how it starts from one note, expands, and then goes to one note again. Beautiful. So what I want to do is look at these words. I weep with joy beneath the moon. And we're going to take a breath before the moon just to give it extra emphasis. Okay? And I want you to, let's just sing this first on neutral syllables just for notes. But everything is stepwise motion, so it should be pretty straightforward. Let's try that. So tenors and basses, I weep with joy. Breath. And then altos and sopranos. Breath. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, we'll pretend there's no fermata. 1, 2, end. End. Breath. Yeah. Now let's do this. The moon. I want you to think of THA. The moon, and then moon like M, not MOON, but MOOOOOOOOOM, N, right? Moon, like you're really making the entire word elongate. Let's just do the last two words. 1, 2, and. Excellent. Yes. Yes. Exactly it. That's excellent. That's fantastic. Even going longer like it's written, then I was trying to cut you off, but that's fantastic because you should have been longer. The note didn't end yet. But the way you said the vowel the was perfect, and moon was also absolutely wonderful. Now let's go through this. What I heard was, I weep with joy. Oh, that's a long note. Let me take a breath here. Beneath. Let's take another breath. The moon. And I know you all have long capacity to sing. So let's not take a breath until beneath. I weep with joy beneath the moon. Okay, let's try this. Ready? I weep. Here, 1 and 2. No breath. And yeah. Nice. Beautiful unison. And at the very end, make sure you just close to an N, close to the consonant at the very end to give yourself a natural decrescendo. Okay? Now, what I heard on the word joy was very squirrely. And I mean that almost literally because it sounded like, I weep with joy. Everybody's changing their vowels at different places. There are many, many different vowels. I weep with joy. Like you were going to say jawbreaker. I weep with jawbreakers. And I want you to just sing that first vowel. I weep with joy beneath. And only maybe the Y at the very end as you're closing to the B. I weep with joy beneath. Okay, let's try that. So again, very tender, very clear vowels, very long, solid, single vowels. Here we go. 1 and 2. 1, 2. Nice. Excellent. So, I weep with joy beneath bass alto. I played it incorrectly 2 times ago. And this time I played it correctly, but it threw people off because I played it incorrectly the first time. Let's turn the page back to page 12. Page 12. Bar 75 with pickup. Come sing with me. Come, C-O-M-E, is one of those notorious words in singing English. I want you to sing ca, as if you're singing calm, you know, calm, not come, not C-U-H, you know. So not vowel, but ka, like a bird singing. Come sing with me. Let's just try that because it's unison together. Different times, but unison together. 1, 2, and. Yeah. Come sing. This slow because I want to make sure. What I hear is come sing with me instead of sustained. Come sing with me. Really sustain through it. Don't cut off the words, but keep the singing beautiful. Sorry. Da, ba, come sing with me. Let's do that tempo. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Come sing with me. Much better. Come sing with me. Leave out the M. Let's make sing for now. Let's do ca sing with me. Ca sing with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ca sing with me. That's excellent. Now, bizarrely, if you were to hear that and not sing it, it really sounds like you're saying, come sing with me, even though we changed the vowel, even though we almost got rid of that entire consonant. Right. Now, let's go from this point to the very end, and let's just hear what it sounds. Okay, I'll sing 1. Come sing with me, come. Okay, so 1, 2, come sing with me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Alto sopranos. Tenors. And everybody. The twinkling sky casts forth 2, 3. Sustain still off, and then I'll give you wait, hold on to the fermata. 2, 3. Breath. Beautiful. Excellent. And off. And then this is where we say don't move at all, because it draws attention away from the music. That's great. Let's hear the chord that's on bar 77. So tenors, and then altos, and then basses, right? Now, tenors, you sing ca, C, like C-A-W, ca, and then change to the M, while the altos and basses still have that M, right? Just on bar 77, right on it, singing your hum, and That's it. The same thing as we mentioned before. When you change pitch, don't feel like you are releasing any of the sustain, like altos. Make sure you sustain. Take a breath anywhere else. Okay? Now, let's add the sopranos. And why don't we start from bar 75 again? Come sing with me, come sing with me, come. Okay, here we go. Bar 75, everybody, altos and basses first, sopranos and altos a little later. 1, 2, 3. Come sing with me. Tenors. And everybody. And the twinkling sky casts forth its two and off. Excellent. So tenors and basses. Same thing as the word come for the. Instead of saying the, we sing the. T-H-A. So bar 81, your first word is actually the. The twinkling, not the twinkling sky. It cuts down the vowel height too much. The twinkling sky, not sky, but sky casts forth its tune. And then tune, technically is tune, T with a little jiggle in it. Tune, not tune, right? Every consonant that's in the word Daniel sitteth has a little jiggle there. Tune. Okay. And then sopranos and altos. Oh, must. The same thing for I. You sing ah, not I, but oh, must I leave thy. And then do we sing charms? We sing charms. Charms so soon. Everybody just say that. And charms so soon. Oh, even in slow, I heard charm so soon. That's certainly charming, but we want to sing with the British charms. Like you say, Charles, darling, please fetch the biscuits. So we say charms. So let's see. Oh, must I leave thy charm so soon. Ready? And oh, must I leave thy charm so soon. For some reason, it feels like one of those 50s or 60s movies with like Hepburns, right? Where they're teaching like English. What is that?
Hartford, Hereford, and Hampshire.
Isn't it Singing in the Rain? Is that what it is?
It's My Fair Lady.
My Fair Lady. Oh, no, but there's also one in... Yeah. Any case, both of them. Oh, must I leave thy charm so soon? Not, oh, must I leave my charm so soon? Okay. So, now, sopranos. One of my favorite lines. Again, the tenors get it, I believe. Altos get it at one point. What we want to hear distinctly is the low note consonant. So even though the altos are singing higher than you, most of the times that you sing that first note, and it's hard because the high notes carry so well, but the low notes don't carry as much. Hearing the consonant, ka, si, ka, the initial consonants will help distinguish that note from everybody else. Can we try this again from bar 75 to the end? Here we go. Come sing with me. Bar 75, everybody. 1, 2, 3. Come sing with me. Wait. Oh, did you forget already? We already had people saying, come sing with me. So, come sing with me. Think about your eyebrows being raised. Calm and inviting. Yeah. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3. Excellent. Altos, sopranos, tenors, and everybody. That's it. I'm hearing it. That's exactly it. And tenors and basses. The twinkling star has fallen. 3. And oh, must I leave the sustain, everybody, and off. And just wait for a second. And then you can look from the cue from the conductor. 2, 3. That's it. Nice. Excellent. Off. And off. Excellent. Beautifully done. Really, really nicely done. I heard legatos, I heard vowels, I heard consonants, especially sopranos at bar 77, 78. You know, it is really, really excellent. That's great. Now let's go to one of the most beautiful hearts of this piece, page 10 and 11. And I want you to listen for a second because this is some of the same music as before, but he makes it slightly different. And so I want you to really think about your part and how it's different. I'm going to start on bar 61 on page 10. And this is the same chord as we had before. Oh, isn't that different key, but that's Lorton. Do you ready, Tom? Oh yeah, it's so beautiful. It's also Why Are there so many? Okay, here we go. Bar 61. Just listen. Again, we're going to be listening as you follow along with your part. And look for the ways that your part changes or the surprising things that are in it. Ready? 1, 2, just listening and... So gorgeous. And to me, this is the two parts. One is cool, calm, serene at the very end, like we just sang and rehearsed. And then the part before that, which you're going to do right now, bar 10 and 11, are very much more ardent, very much more passionate. And it leads us to that place of calm reflection. And so, and as the, remember it's not the, but and as the darkened hours fly, flee. Bar 61. The word hours, it's really hard. Some people have pronounced it like 2 syllables, but in singing we only sing 1. Hours flee. So not hours flee. Really cut off the O-U-R-S, right? It's just hours flee. And then the same thing for my heart. Everybody say that? My heart. Like you're singing the word H-A-H-T, heart, heart. And as the darkened hours flee, my heart beats ever rapidly. Let's just do that from the beginning of there. Bar 61, only 4 bars. And I want you to focus on this fun, rich, dark harmonies. Beautiful chord. But also dark, hot, and the my. Right, here we go. 1. Here we go. 1, 2, and 1. And that's the yeah, let's everybody do this just because it's a good exercise. Bar 63, soprano and alto line. My heart beats ever rapidly, right? My heart beats ever rapidly. But what happens is, because there's so many syllables, we get my heart beats ever rapidly instead of my heart beats ever rapidly. So I want you to get much more sustain in it. Here we go. 3 and 1. Everybody. My heart beats ever rapidly. Yeah, I still hear this. The first 3 notes were beautiful. My heart beats, and then I had my heart beat ever rapidly. Ever rapidly. Really sing through those syllables. Everybody, tenors, basses, sopranos, altos, all singing the soprano and alto line. Bar 63 to really get this legato. 2 and 3 and 1. My heart beats ever rapidly. So much better. So much better. Everybody's from bar 61. And as the darkened hours flee, only tenors and basses at bar 62 take a breath on the 3rd beat. Sopranos and altos try to sustain it all the way to the downbeat, so there's no break in our sound, okay? Bar 61. 2 and 3 and 1. End. Okay, great. Yeah. That's much better. Now, as and as a talking does flee. Can you crescendo a little bit more to make it a little bit less than, a little bit more than sometimes we kind of make it very subtle. This one should be a little bit more. And as a talking does flee. And then the same thing. My heart beats ever rapidly. And let's make that a little bit more sort of, not anxious, but exciting. Here we go. Bar 61. 2 and 3 and 1. Excellent. Not bad. Now, there, right where we left off, bar 66, I want to make sure you really sustain to the third beat as if it's a rubber band to help the bass twos with their breath. So, sleep, my soul, my soul, my soul, my soul. Such a beautiful swelling right there. Now, though heavy hangs my eyes with sleep, has a tendency for a lot of choruses to sound like that. Though heavy hangs. You want to make it again supple, sustained, and long. Okay, there we go. Bar 64, third beat. So I'll give you 1, 2, and then you come in. Ready? 1, 2. Not bad. Can you sing it on new? No, 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 no. Here we go. 1, 2. That's so funny. The goal of the singing on new is to make things more legato, but we still got new, 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 new. So I want you to cut out all the ends. I want you to sing new, as if there's no consonants whatsoever. Here we go. 1, 2. Yes. Now that sounds so much more legato. Let's try that one more time with the words, with the consonants, everything. And I want you to channel, really thinking about this as linear but horizontal, not vertical. New, new, though heavy hangs my eyes with sleep. Very, very smooth. Ready? 1, 2. That was so much better, especially the beginning when half the people thought we were still singing on new. It sounded very legato. Let's try that one more time. Everybody's singing words and text, but still within the character of legato. 1, 2. Excellent. Go on. Basses and basses, tenors, altos, sopranos. Nice. And most of you remembered, come sing with me, come sing with me. That was excellent. Let me hear the altos and sopranos on Only these lines. My singing soul, it cries to thee. My singing soul, it cries to thee. Do you hear how they're different? So we really want to make sure that we don't slip up there. My singing soul, it cries to the altos. You never actually go down to the E for cries. Let's do the altos and sopranos alone, starting from bar 71, going into 72 and 73, but only singing the real melody. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 1. End. Yeah. My singing soul, it cries to thee. Even when you have the decrescendo that's there, altos, even sopranos, when you don't actually have any dynamic marking, really think about the words. My singing soul, it cries to thee. It cries to thee. Now, let's go backwards a little bit and do the big swell. Bar 67. My soul, my soul, my soul. And then after 68, the soprano singing my soul, let's take a big breath. Everybody. Right there. Bar 68. After, if you're a soprano, you're going to sing my soul breath, as it's indicated. And then if you're a tenor, alto, or bass, you're going to sing after the word soul, the downbeat. So if you're tenor, alto, bass, breath. Tenors, it cries to thee. Beautiful. Okay, so let's do this. Bar 67 with pickup, and 68 will sound like this. My soul. Breath. Remember, sopranos is less important the consonants at that point than the high notes. My singing saw. You can sing the word saw. SB, great. Okay, let's do this. Bar 67. All tenors, all altos, all sopranos, everybody breath. Okay, here we go. 1 and 2 and 3. My soul. Breath. That's it. That's it. That's excellent. Now, bar 72. If you are not an alto, remember the sustain into the very end. We got a lot of people breathing in weird places. You want to go 1, 2, off. So it really is a unified sound. Okay. Now, let me just hear the basses alone. Yeah. Starting from bar 67, my soul, then you still crescendo, my singing soul, and the same thing. You want to sing like you're singing SAW, soul, okay, a little bit more rounded, so soul, which is a little bit more close, right? Basses, 167, go. My soul, my soul. End. Yeah. Then the same thing here. I don't want you to think of my singing. Don't use the NGs to close. My singing soul. So really, really make sure that you don't cut down your vowel there. My soul, my soul. Each piece, every voice part when you sing my soul, make sure you have a little accent so we really hear clear you. Okay? One more time. Everybody. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Nice, nice. Breath. Tenors and everybody. Excellent. Excellent. Really great. And keep it going. End. Sustain off. Wait for the cue. 2, 3. Sustain to decrescendo close to the end. Off. Really nicely done. Really nicely done. A lot of things retained over the course of singing it, which is really, really nice. I heard a lot of singing tall. The high notes sound like it's free, even though it's high. It's really nice. Let's go back to let's do page 6. So we're doing page 6 to 9 and just read through this. Okay. Actually, Paul, what am I doing? Paul, where are you, Paul?
Hello.
Hello. I'm going to try to go also highlight you. Voice pause. Hold on a second. Oh, I thought. Oh, wait. Paul is already highlighted. Is right? No. There.
Yay.
There you are.
Great.
Hey, Paul. So we're going to start in bar 28, and I just want to hear. I just want to hear all the chorus singing, and I want you to focus on the words, focus on the notes, and focus on Paul's playing. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3, 28. Here we go. And oh, wait. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Paul, if you don't mind playing their parts along with them, they were doing a really great job, but I think they got thrown off by some of the things.
Sure.
And then tenors and basses.
Yes.
Look at the camera. Look ashamed. The very first word you sang was the path instead of the path. Make that path, even though life's dark, with a nice bright vowel. The path. Okay, Paul, let's do from bar 28 again.
28.
2 and 1. And Paul's going to play with you your voice parts. And the. Not bad. 2, 3, 1, 2. That's it. Nice. Good. Keep it going. Nice. Nicely done. The amazing thing is the a cappella section, it sounded like a lot of people were much more familiar with those sections. Now, this is really just a great exercise in being able to sing in English. You know, these words, they're weary, the weary wander soon in awe and fearful, not fearful, wonder. Do you remember when we have a vowel R, like in Wonder bar 53? We basically sing it as a schwa, da. So D-U-H, wanda, not wonder. So we don't want to sing on that R sound because it's not a very pretty vowel to sing on. We sing wanda. Everybody say wanda. Wanda. Isn't that a Disney Plus show?
WandaVision.
WandaVision. Yeah. Wanda. You're singing Wanda. So in awe and fearful, not fearful. So fearful. So it's like just you're singing Feeful. Fearful, right? In awe and fearful wanda swoon. Okay. Let's do this section. Why don't we start on the downbeat of bar 46, which is the a cappella section. But tenors, if you don't mind singing the word light, light to these words. We're going to start right there. Okay. Oh, sorry, Paul. Let's lead us in bar 46. Here we go. 1, 2, tenors sing the downbeat. Go. Light these. Beautiful. Excellent. That's it. And that was beautiful. That was fantastic. So many great things with that. So many great things. And bizarrely, in bar 55, you all sang the words like a soloist, but you did it together, so it sounded beautiful. I weep with joy beneath. You had such a tasteful Y there. For choral singing, note that we always want to delay it as far as possible. I weep with joy beneath. But you sang it all together in this really tasteful way. So I was like, no, that's great. This is really, really nice. A lot of those R's were beautifully open. A lot of those notes were really there. There is one, I'm going to forget where it is because it's such a typical one. No, I think it was great. Okay, let's go back and do the part that comes before it. The one we looked at and we read through just once quickly. Pages 6 and 7. The path lies dark before my sight. Crescendo from the basses and tenors. And yet my feet with pure oh, this is what it is. Bar 35. Pure delight. Not delight. We're going to sing delight. This is always a decision. So we're just going to decide to sing pure delight. Trod onwards through the blackened veil. Okay. A path lies dark before my sight. Let's start there, bar 32. Actually, why don't we start bar 30 with Paul? And everybody come in where you're supposed to. Bar 30. And 1, 2. Nice. Here we go. Wait, no, not the path lies dark before my sight. You need to be a little bit more dramatic. Be Shakespearean actors, each one of you. Okay, bar 30 and 1. Here we go. And that's it. And off. End. Beautiful tenors. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful tenors. Excellent. Tenors and basses. Can I hear you bar 39? Beneath the starry sky so bright. Right? Really, really nice open vowels. 1 and 2 and 3. That's it. Really, really nice vowel. And then if you can, starry, try to flip that R so we don't have starry, but starry. And then the rhythm. Beneath the starry sky. Make sure it's a nice, more uniform rhythm there. 1 and 2 and 3. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Excellent. Excellent. Great. And then sopranos and altos. Let's do bar 35. Sounds so effortless on the piano, and the voices, especially the sopranos, bop around all over the place. You have to make it sound effortless. Bar 35, right on feet, right? 1 and 2 and 3. Yeah, yeah. It wasn't quite together, but it was sung with much gusto. And the altos sang like they had the melody, sopranos sang like they had the melody. That's the way to do it. That's excellent. Let's do that again. This is the night where suddenly everybody says they can't see me.
That's true.
I can't see you.
As a backlit, it doesn't help anyway. Let's do that again. Bar 35, sopranos and altos. Right? 1, 2, and 3. Excellent. Excellent. Great. What I really hear sort of that sustained singing and navigating sort of those jumps really nicely. Now, we haven't done bar 32 or 33 sort of together really yet. It's like the sopranos and altos. We're not quite in line with the tenors and basses. And so I want to make sure the tenors and basses of rhythm is right. The path lies dark before my side. There's only one dotted rhythm there. And then let's see if we can line this up a little bit more. Paul, maybe if you can play a little louder so they can get the beat together. Let's start from bar 30 one more time.
Sure.
Okay. 1 and 2 and 3 and... Here we go, tenors and basses, and sorry. That's it, and excellent. That's it. Excellent. Keep it going. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, and keep on going. Beautiful. Keep it going. And off. Let's go on to the end. And 1. End. Here we go. End. Get ready, take a breath. Breath. Tenors. sopranos, altos, basses, altos. Breath. Two, end. Nice tenors. And everybody. Make sure you change in the right place. End. End. Sustain and off. Wait for him. Yeah, remember Paul has the solo first, and then we go 2 and 3. End. And breath. Nice. Just listen to Paul and cut off when you're supposed to, which is right now. Beautiful. Beautiful. So many great things. So much progress in this. The legato is coming along really nicely. The open vowels that we're changing. When we sing English, we want to default to opening up the vowels and saying the. We sing the, hot, my soul. This sounds beautiful. And there's a really nice idea of phrasing, and the notes are really coming along nicely. So that's really great. I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a break right now for about 5 or 6 or 7 minutes. And then when we come back, we're going to go directly into sectionals for, I would say, maybe 20 minutes before we come back to the bray. Okay, so we'll have break and then sectionals and bray. Feel free to unmute and chat on Zoom. Oh, I can't hear on Zoom, but we'll see you in a second.
Anybody here that I know? Hey. Yes.
How's everybody doing out there?
Okay. Sarah, where are you?
Hey, hi. Oh, good.
What? Did someone say me?
Yeah, I said hello.
Oh,
Barbara.
hi. Who's saying hello? No, I don't
I am Barbara.
Oh, Barbara, hi.
How are you doing?
Oh, fine.
Did you get your taxes done?
Yeah.
Right. Me too.
Yeah. Took 4 hours.
Oh my God.
I know.
Oh well, it's over.
Yeah, I'm glad it's over with. Of course, I owed a bunch of money because I had hardly paid any last year.
Yikes.
So.
Oh, wow.
And I just had sushi with Kathleen and Drew. They came over.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. They brought some sushi for my birthday.
Oh, nice.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Winthrop.
Happy
Hi, Sarah.
Hi. Have you been staying in touch with Kurt at all?
No, I need to do that.
Oh, okay.
It's just been a little crazy here, but I think we've got it more handled now.
Good. Yeah, I know it's crazy everywhere, it seems like.
I think everybody's just crazy with like, how are we going to now that we've gotten comfortable being all remote, it's like, what? Get back together? What?
No, let's get back
I know.
Yeah, let's forget this backflip stuff.
I want to
I
see
know.
real people. We're all vaccinated.
I can't
Being together.
I know we want to get back together in a big cuddle pile, but it just sort of like, people aren't used to it. Everyone's used to, they've got their life set up all separate now.
I
So
know.
we're all vaccinated. So, I mean, our age group. What's the
Yeah.
big deal?
But still,
I don't
know.
I mean, is there anyone in the chorus that hasn't been vaccinated? I doubt it.
I know, really.
I had my
Really?
second shot about a week ago. So
Okay, well, you need
A
to
week? Oh, you're like 3/4 of the way there.
So Sarah, did I hear you say you finally got your taxes done?
Got my taxes done, yeah.
Yay. Yay.
No. Yeah, right. That's true. You were part of that drama.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So a lot of people I see on here, but I don't hear from them. I guess they're just. Hey, is anyone else having problems with the lyrics to that song?
Which one?
I weep with joy beneath the moon and words.
Oh, I was wondering how you were going to deal with that. I mean,
I mean, it's bad enough that it's not modern, it's romantic era, but it's bad romantic poetry. I'm trying to figure out that the guy was consciously trying to imitate a bad romantic poet, and it's maybe kind of ironic. I can't figure out why else would you write that? I mean, the lyrics, I mean, why are the dark night fleeing? When it's the middle of the night, why is the darkness fleeing when the moon is, I mean, it's just like terrible poetry. I'm sorry, I was going to keep my mouth shut, but I've been really having a problem. I don't think I can sing this one. I will sing Ezra Pound, even though I know Ezra Pound's got a problem I have problematic too, but at least it's gorgeous poetry.
The hours were fleeing because time flies.
well, also if the moon is a waning gibbous, then it can set after sunrise.
Yes, I think that's really interesting. I just had a meeting today of the Berkeley Basic Bay Area Educators Committee. Something. And it was a meeting of a lot of Bay Area performing arts organizations, and
I'm having trouble with it.
Coming out of COVID and what are the regulations? And as you probably saw, San Francisco Symphony, not in full capacity, of course, is going to have in-person concerts at Davies Symphony Hall at the middle or end of March, which is coming up very soon. And then you probably know that San Francisco Opera, I think I might have mentioned this last week, is having in-person concerts at the War Memorial in September at 50% capacity, which at the War Memorial is 2,000 people. So things are expanding pretty rapidly. But in the meantime, Jack Schripp has been serving us really well. And again, I was telling the board, it's a very different type of rehearsal that we have. And it gets us more towards what we normally do in person, which is, focus on the details, the music, our individual voices and whatnot. So we are going to go into sectionals. And we are going to, let's do sectionals for, 20 minutes is fine. Let's do sectionals for 20 minutes, and then we will see you back here.
Sing through. I'll try to conduct and maybe speak through metronome-like through certain sections. If conducting doesn't seem to be the best visual help right now, but let's give it a try right from the start, and let's do a stumble through and see how it sounds. All right. Can we have our first note, please?
And that's the alto and soprano 1 and soprano 2.
All right. Thank you. Okay. And I also wonder if maybe before we start, maybe we can also ping Paul. Let me see if I can find your video. Great. Okay, I think that should work out.
Good. Okay,
Great.
Tech whiz.
Okay, let's do it. Okay. Great job, altos. Keep going. And great job, soprano twos. 2, 3, tenors. Tenor twos. Great job. And sopranos and tenors. Tenor twos. Great job. Nice and soft. And brass. Great. Somebody want to sing a soprano solo? One, two. Crescendo. Sopranos. And everyone nice and loud and basses, tenors, and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, soprano twos, no, tenor twos, and altos. 2, 3, Wow, that was amazing. Congratulations on the first stumble through of that. There were really fabulous things during that whole section there. All right, let's actually start on this ending section, and then we'll kind of work backwards through the song, time allowing. So let's take a look at measure 52 first, this ending section on Donna. And as much as everyone did seem that they were all together, there were still a couple of wayward entrances, and it's tricky.
Julie,
Yes,
your sound is screwed up.
my sound is screwed up.
Little internet glitch. It's resolving itself.
Okay. Oh, that sounds
It's better.
better.
That's suddenly
Yep.
much
Yeah.
better. Great.
Good.
I did not do anything. Great. Okay, so while we generally did feel really together in this ending section, there were a couple of wayward entrances, and I want to make sure we feel super solid on this section as we're counting through. In terms of finding our first notes here in measure 52, soprano ones, you're actually just stepping down. You're singing this note on Monday, and then our first note is Do. And exactly, I hear bass singing that correct note down there, excellent. And then the tenor ones singing the G after that. Let's all, no matter whether you're 1 or 2, if you're a soprano, go ahead and sing the soprano part. If you're bass, sing the bass part. And if you're a tenor, sing the tenor part, because as you've noticed, when the 2s come in a few measures later, they sing the same pattern. But what I want us all to do first, though, to make sure we all feel confident on these notes, is to actually sing this pattern here. Do, do, do. Those are just all of our notes, all kind of closer to each other, rather than just super spread out by many octaves. So everyone's saying this is our D, our E. So this first D is this note the sopranos sing. This E is the one that the basses sing. This is what the tenors sing. And just in full context, everyone just sing loo, loo, loo. Ready, and. Exactly. And now, maybe try it in a different octave. So now try. Or if you want to try it down here. Try a different octave here. Ready, and. Excellent. Yes. And so that's basically the pattern here of our notes. It's just that sopranos start up here. Excuse me, almost played the wrong note. It's just that they're all spread out by many octaves now. So the sopranos are up here, but we still have, if basses you're listening to, if you listen to that sound kind of still in a lower octave, that's your first note. And then tenors, you can find your note from there. So basses, I would recommend, if you're having trouble finding that first E on the do, you can actually just think about the soprano line, a couple octaves down, and then sing one note up from that. And then tenors, I don't have any fancy special things for you. You just have to remember your note. So let's all try that. If you're a soprano, sing the soprano one line. If you're a tenor, or sorry, if you're a bass, sing the bass line. If you're a tenor 1 or 2, sing the tenor 1 line here. Here we go. That's your first note, sopranos, and good luck everyone else. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and. Yeah, better. Great. Let's stop there. So we really just want to lock in our first couple of notes here. So that's your first note, basses. Just go ahead and sing and hum that for a moment. Exactly. And now go ahead and just sing do with a nice strong D sound so that we know where your entrance is. Ready, and. Do. Great, nicely done. And make sure that the O is around choral O and not do, do. It's not, we're not singing donut, we're singing dona. Do. Do. Basses, do that one more time. We're ready, and. Do. Great, nicely done. And now, oh yes, altos I'm noticing in the chat. I'm sorry, I've forgotten to mention you, but altos, you are singing with the tenors because that is your first note when you enter. So, altos sing along with the tenors. Thank you. So now let's just try singing soprano ones and then basses. And let's just practice that first. Here we go. Ready, sopranos, go. Basses. There we go, nice and strong. Great job, tenors and altos. All right, now, that was great, nicely done. Now we'll keep going. This time, instead of singing our words, we're gonna count sing. I know everyone's favorite thing. But we're gonna count sing so that we really know where in the measure we are when we're moving to our next notes. I think that's really important during this really sustained section here. So Paul, if you would play for us again.
Absolutely.
And everyone, so if you are new to count singing, I'll sing the soprano one for line, for example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So that's the idea. You're always counting where you are in the measure. When you have on page 9, 8th notes, when you have like, you'll sing 3 and 4, 3 and 4. It makes the tone a little bit scratchy, as you can hear, but the point is to know where we are in the measure. All right, here we go. Soprano starting us off. 1, 2, 3, go.
3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Soprano twos. Tenor twos. Altos. 1, 2.
1, 2,
3, 4, 1, 2.
soprano ones. there for now on that nice long fermata. Great, nicely done counting through all of that. I also want to point out when we get to page 9, everyone go ahead and look with me on this page. Your paha chem entrances all through here. Starting at measure 59, for example, right? Soprano ones start on the on beat 3. Then if you look down to the bass line on beat 4, and then the beat 1 of the next measure is tenor ones, and then that same note pattern from the exactly the way that soprano 1 started off, repeat. This time soprano 2s on beat 2, tenor 2s, then altos. So what I'd like to try, just listen to this first, this kind of note pattern, soprano 1s, basses, tenors, soprano 2s, tenor 2s, altos. I want everyone just to sing their pa entrances and nothing else. So just sing and wait and then cut off, for example. So soprano 1s will sing their, then basses, then tenors. So all we hear is our entrances on the pause and then cutoffs. Let's give that a go. Paul, would you play for us on the pause?
Sure, yours.
Here we go. So sopranos, I'll give you 2 beats entrance. 1, 2. Great, excellent. Altos, you're the very last one. Excellent, let's cut off there. So just, I think I also threw us off because I gave us the wrong kind of beat. These are 8th notes, right? So they're a little bit quicker than I was demonstrating for you when I was showing you the notes. But let's try that one more time and see if we can tighten that up. Only sing your pa. So I only want you to go, and that's it. That's it. I just want to hear the way that the pa's jump around the chorus. Let's try that one more time. Beautiful job, everyone, though. Here we go. Same thing with Paul playing again. Thank you. Okay, so sopranos, 1, 2. Great, excellent, excellent, excellent. It's getting better each time. Let's try that one more time. And I just want you to notice where you are in the order. So soprano 1s are first. If you're a soprano 1, you go first. If you're a bass, you go second. If you are a tenor 1, you go third. If you are a soprano 2, you go fourth. If you're a tenor 2, you go 5th. And if you're an alto, you're last in 6th here. So let's try that one more time. Beautiful job. Last time to kind of tighten this up. Excellent. Here we go. 1, 2. Excellent. That's great. Nicely done. So even though we have all of these sustained notes and sounds through this section, we should hear all of our pa-ha entrances staggered throughout. So let's actually start same spot. This time try to sustain through, but I want you to make sure that you can hear all of the entrances of the pause. So that you can, you're not overshadowing or being too loud with your sustained notes. So enter with your pa-ha and then kind of cut off, not cut off, sustain through, but kind of decrease your dynamic so that you can hear the other entrances. Let's try it one more time. This is measure 59, only singing starting with your pa-ha entrance. So once you have the pa, sing that and then keep sustaining. Here we go. 1, 2. Great. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, tenor 1s. And excellent. And let's cut off there for the nice fermata at the end. Excellent. Tenor 1s. I heard this earlier when you were doing this in the sing through, so I know that you've got this, but I just want to double check at the end here. As we're singing the pa, you're the only one at the very end in the last 2 measures that actually go up to B flat. And it's in direct dissonance with what the altos are singing at that moment too. So lean into that B flat. It's a really special moment. Excellent. Excellent. Let's now jump back one more time to measure 52, and let's try all of this to the end, and maybe jump back even further after that. Before we sing, everyone say do na for me. Do na. Great. Your do was great, but then the na was a little spread. So make sure it's nice and round. Do na. Try that again. Do na. That's beautiful. That's great. And then no bis. No bis. That's great. I heard a little bit of no. What the goal always, I think, for choral singing is to kind of instead of gliding through sounds, as Ming also talks about, right? What I always like to imagine is that I'm like as swiftly as possible opening to the vowel and then just pausing there, letting my jaw just sit there, right? Instead of no bis, it's no. You can't really see that with the microphone in the way, but no. You just kind of immediately open up here. So no bis. And the E of bis, make sure it's rounded, so we're not singing bis, right? No bis. Just sing no bis. Speak no bis one more time. Ready? And no bis. That's great. That's excellent. And then as a reminder too, the S, it's hard to do right now because we're not counting through, but make sure that the S is nice and short and that you're not giving it extra time, putting it right on the rests where your cutoffs are. Let's give it a try again from measure 52. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and. Nicely done. I know it's really tricky. We're already singing pianissimo, right? We're already singing 2 P's. It's really quiet. And then we have another decrescendo. So I'll just remind you, never sing softer than beautiful, right? I think when Eric Choate joined us a few weeks ago, he reminded us of that too. So make sure that your tone is always supported, your breath is always supporting your voice. That's the main thing, right? So never just try to sing softer than you know you can sing beautifully. Never try to sacrifice tone. Beautiful work though on this ending section. It's not easy. Let's jump back because we still have a little bit of time. And let's jump back to measure 39 and do this kind of middle section here. As a reminder, we worked on this a couple weeks ago in the main session, but really crescendo, we're singing from piano, crescendoing into mezzo forte, into the downbeat of measure 40. And then when you decrescendo before the soprano solo comes in, we're coming back to piano. Careful that when we decrescendo back to piano that we're not continuing to decrescendo till nothing, right? So make sure you're still sustaining and you have some sound that's nice and supported and beautiful, right? Beautiful tone. So keep that in mind. Don't decrescendo to nothing. Just decrescendo to a nice supported soft sound. Let's try it from 39. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. I'm going to cut us off here. That's excellent work. Before we keep going, make sure your first vowel is aw, like AW or A. That is not like I don't have an example, but but make sure it's nice tall round aw, AW or AH. And make sure the new, that's another kind of glidey sound. It doesn't take too much time out of your beautiful vowel sound. So that the nya is really, really quick, actually. Let's try that one more time. Beautiful job. We can use more crescendo. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, and. Excellent work on the as a reminder, right, the soprano and altos start on beat 1 and then tenors and basses come in 1 beat later on beat 2. So make sure that you have staggered entrances there. Great job. The E of day. Make sure it's rounded, right, and that it's particularly placed. But you're talking about this a little bit in the soprano alto sectional too. But the day is another fun glidey sound that could be possible, but we want it to be very precise, right? Day, so that the change sounds immediate just as it's written, right? It's not a kind of a glide through a longer note, but it's a particularly placed vowel in a particular spot. Let's try that one more time. Excellent work. Remember, sopranos and altos starting first, and then tenors and basses joining us after. All right, here we go. From 39. 1, 2, 3, and. Great job. Excellent. Nice. Keep it sustaining. 1 off. Going, but we are almost at the end of rehearsal now. So Ming, I'll pass it back to you.
Oh, it's so wonderful. Thank you, Julia. It's so wonderful to hear everybody singing this because those chords are really lining up actually really nicely. You know, they're not the most, they're not the easiest chords to sing, but starting from the same single note and then expanding out, it's really cool to hear everybody singing them. And it's one of these pieces, like we said. I wonder if there's a Jack Tripp extension we can add in to create reverberation as if you're singing in a huge cathedral or whatnot, because that's what I hear when I hear this piece. Like there's these spaces between the notes, there's this time for people to experience a sound all around them as well as sound that's coming directly out them. So it's really wonderful. So there are only 2 rehearsals left of BCCO this semester. May 3rd and May 10th. So we will see you after May Day for the next rehearsal. But we're going to be exploring the rest of the repertoire. And of course, as we mentioned, there are going to be some summer sessions. So we'd love you to join for those as we barrel through to in-person rehearsals. We will still continue to try to connect musically and whatnot. So have a wonderful evening and week. And thank you, of course, to Julie and Paul and to all the Jack Tripp people and the people organizing as well as the people participating in it. And I know sometimes there's little crackly aspects of it, but, you know, it goes in and out. And, you know, just hearing each other is such a special moment. So hope you latch on to that. Okay.
Thank you.
We will see you next week. Feel free to unmute and say goodbye as we always do. We'll see you later. Bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye, everybody.